The Arc of Larimer County's Video 2020 Annual Report. At the Arc of Larimer County, we started off 2020 with exciting plans, including outreach for the 2020 census, our 8th annual film festival, revamping our strategic plan, a community barbecue, and more. But 2020 had other ideas and put a stop to operations as normal. COVID-19 necessitated changes. Our staff worked hard to adapt. Almost immediately, we created a COVID-19 resource guide for people with IDD on our website. The information included plain language guides, disability-specific resources, and was updated many times per day. As experts learned more about the pandemic, it became clear that where we work needed to change. So, we switched to remote work. Prior to COVID-19, many of our individual advocates frequently had meetings away from the office. This meant that we were already adapted to remote working technology. This allowed all our staff to pivot to full remote work when necessary. Individual advocacy moved from in-person meetings to remote meetings. Despite the challenges brought on by the pandemic, our advocacy team provided 3,095 hours of individual advocacy at no cost, and COVID-19 presented a new challenge to our advocates, such as service preservation. Many people with disabilities rely on providers coming into their home on a daily basis. This vital service was made difficult due to the need for social distancing. Our advocates worked hard to find solutions so needed services would have minimal disruption. Students with disabilities. Students with disabilities may be on an IEP or 504 plan to access education. As schools switched to remote-only options, these supports and services were disrupted for many. We scheduled a coffee and chat session with parents to try to help them understand their rights. Our individual advocates worked with families one-on-one to find solutions, and we held multiple IEP 101 virtual workshops throughout the year. Lack of socialization. A survey we conducted found that many people with IDD reported increased isolation due to programs being shut down. This led to the creation of our virtual weekly check-in for adults living with IDD. Our events had to be switched to a virtual format. This meant getting creative. For the first time ever, we switched all large events to a virtual format, including our film festival, our annual meeting, our breakfast town hall. We also held 7 virtual workshops on topics ranging from IEPs to guardianship and less restrictive options. We are thrilled to say that in one of the most difficult years we have seen as a community, our supporters stepped up. We had our most successful Colorado Gives Day and total fundraising years. Thank you for your continued support. We are excited to have 2020 behind us and look forward to what the next years have to offer.